Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing very well. So welcome to the science class. I am a digital science mentor and today we are going to start our new chapter number 16, that is light. So now let's start with the intro. We know that light is an invisible energy which enables us to see all the things around. We are able to see things when light from any source fall on an object. When this light reaches our eyes, it makes the image of the object and we are able to see that object. So when light strikes a surface, it is thrown back into the same medium. The phenomenon due to light traveling optical medium to another bounces off from its surface with the change of angle, and this is called reflection of light. So here you can also see the picture in which you can see that eye is a natural optical instrument. So now let's see the another topic, that is rectilinear propagation of light. So light always travels in a straight line as long as it travels in the same medium. It is called rectilinear propagation of light. This is seen many times in our daily life. When we switch on a torch, it throws a straight beam of light. Similarly, any source of light, say bulb, etc., always throw light in a straight line. A beam of light entering a room through a hole in door or through a ventilator is always traveling in a straight line. Let us see the phenomena of a rectilinear propagation of light by the following activity. So after that, there is the activity which you have to perform. So the phenomena due to which a ray of light traveling from one optical medium to another bounces from its surface with the change of angle is called reflection of light. The reflection of light occurs according to certain rules. These are called laws of reflection. To understand the laws of reflection of light, let us familiarize ourselves with terms related to reflection of light. First, we will see incident ray. A ray of light which strikes a refracting surface is called the incident of ray, that is ray dn is the incident ray in the figure. Here you can see the figure. Now let's see reflected ray. The incident ray which reflects after striking the reflecting surface is called the reflected ray. Here you can see that ray Cn is the reflected ray. Now let's see normal. The perpendicular drawn at the point of incidence is called the normal. Mn is the normal. Angle of incidence. The angle between the incident and the normal is known as angle of incidence. The angle D and M is the angle of incidence which is denoted by small I. So now let's see angle of reflection. The angle between the normal and the reflected ray is called the angle of reflection. The angle C and M is the angle of reflection denoted by R, small r. Now let's see law of reflection, which is very important. First law, the incident ray, the normal drawn at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. Second law, when a ray of light is reflected by a surface, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. And the amazing fact is that a ray of light is an idealization, its reality. We have a narrow beam of light which is made up of several rays. For simplicity, we use the term ray for a narrow beam of light, that is angle I is equal to angle R, that is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So now let's see the next topic, that is regular and diffused reflection. When light falls on the plane mirror, it forms a patch of light on the wall. It is because the beam of light falling on a smooth and polished surface gets reflected entirely in one direction. This is called regular reflection. On the other hand, maximum surface is not as smooth as the plane mirror. When a beam of light falls on an uneven surface, it gets reflected irregularly in many directions. This is called irregular or diffuse reflection. So here you can see the picture which shows regular reflection and another picture which shows diffused or irregular reflection. Diffuse reflection is of great importance. It is because of the diffuse reflection that we can see objects from different directions. During the day, Even when the sunlight is not entirely falling in our moon, there is illumination in our rooms. This is because of the diffuse reflection of the light. So now let's see characteristics of image formed with a plane mirror. First, image formed on a plane mirror is erect. Image formed is as far behind as the object is front of it. Next, it is laterally inverted, that is, left hand of the object appears as right hand and right hand of the object appear as the left hand. Next, image formed on a plane mirror cannot be taken on a screen. Such image is called virtual. Now let's see uses of plane mirror. Plane mirror are used to reflect light on a particular object. Plane mirror is used to reflect sun rays in appliances like solar cookers, etc. We use plane mirrors to see our reflection in it in our homes. Plane mirrors are used to give signals by scouts and army. So now there are some activities you have to perform after that. And the amazing fact is that lateral inversion, the phenomenon due to which the right hand side of the object appears as the left hand side of the image formed by a plane mirror is called lateral inversion. So now let's see the next topic, that is multiple reflection. When we go to the barber shops to get a haircut, we wish to see how the hair looks from back. The barber puts another mirror behind here and we can look at the back of our head in the front mirror. At this time, our head is placed between two mirrors. This happens because image formed by one mirror serves as an object for the second mirror. This is called multiple reflection. Here you can also see the picture. So now let's see the dispersion of light. The sunlight is a mixture of different colors, but it seems white to us. The splitting up of white light into its 7 constituent colors is called dispersion. The 7 colors are same as those seen in the rainbow. That is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. It is also called vividall. Here you can also see the picture of 7 colors that is passing through a prism. This band of 7 colors is called spectrum. Let us see how the rainbow is formed. So after that there is an activity which you have to perform. Okay. So now we will move to another topic, that is human eye. Our eyes enable us to see the world around us. The structure and working of human eye is almost same to that of a photographic camera. Structure of human eye. Human eye has outermost covering called sclerotic. It is made of the white tough fibrous tissue. It covers the eyeball. Cornea is the front bulged part of the eyeball, which is made up of as transparent tissue. A gray membrane is attached to the sclerotic from the inner side. It is called choroid. More than 70,000 optic nerves connect the eye with the brain. These optic nerves are attached to the choroid in a hemispherical shape. This forms a kind of screen called retina. Images of the object we see are formed on this screen. A ring of muscles called ciliary muscles holds a double convex lens made of transparent tissue. This lens is called crystalline lens. So here you can see the picture of human eye. The iris is present behind the cornea. It is a circular diaphragm suspended in front of the crystalline lens. The iris has a small hole in the center called pupil. Pupil is the small black circle seen in the center of the eye. The color of our eye is dependent on the color of pigments contained by iris. As it is heavily pigmented, the area between cornea and lens is filled with a transparent fluid called aqueous humor. The area between the lens and the retina is also filled with jelly-like substance called vitreous fluid. This is slightly gray in color. So now let's see working of human eye. The reflected light by the object enter our eyes through the cornea. Crystalline lens focuses the image of the object on the retina. Retina converts these optical images received through crystalline lens into optical pulses. These optical pulses are then sent to the brain through optical nerves. The iris controls the amount of light entering the eye through cornea. It expands in bright light and thus contracts the pupil to allow controlled amount of light to enter the eye. In dark, it contracts and increases the size of the pupil to allow more amount of light to enter the eye. The retina forms a small and inverted image of the object. The brain interprets it and forms the erect and correct sized image. So now let's see macula or yellow spot. Macula or yellow spot is a small area facing the eye lens. It has a high concentration of light sensitive nerves ending or cones. The rest of the retina has lesser cones and more number of cells called rods. It is a spot where brightest vision are formed and color vision is formed. Next is blind spot. It is a region below the yellow spot where no light sensitive nerves ending are present. It is an area of no vision. So now let's see the another topic, that is defects of vision. There are two types of defects of vision. First is myopia and second is hypermetropia. So now let's see myopia or short-sightedness. So in this case, the person can see nearer objects clearly but cannot see the far off objects. This defect is due to the thickness of the eye lens. Ciliary muscles do not relax enough to make lens thin enough to see distant objects. This defect can be corrected by using a concave lens of appropriate focal length. So here you can see the picture in which you can see that a myopic eye, and the second picture in which you can see that latex corrected by concave lens. So now let's see hypermetropia or long-sightedness. The person having this eye defect can see far off objects clearly but not the nearer objects. This defect is due to the thinness of the eye lens. The ciliary muscles do not contract enough to make the lens see nearer objects. This defect can be corrected by using convex lens of appropriate power. So here you can see the first picture in which you can see that a hypermetropic eye, and the second picture that is detect corrected by convex lens. So now let's see the care of eyes. We should take proper care of our eyes and protect them from injury. These are precious gift of God. Following precautions should be taken for the healthy eyes. We should never rub our eyes. If sun particles enter our eyes, we should wash our eyes with cold water every day and dry them with clean and soft cloth. In case of any injury or any problem related to eyes, we should avoid self-medication and immediately consult an eye specialist. We should always read in proper light. So now let's see the next topic, that is the blind or visually impaired people. A person is said to be blind or visually impaired when he or she is unable to see. Blindness is of two types. First is temporary blindness, that is called as cataract. It is caused due to the opacity in the lens of eye which leads to be blurred vision. It can occur due to damage of lens, old age, disease such as diabetes. Cataract can be removed by surgical method. So now let's see permanent blindness. In this case, the cornea makes an image but it is not transferred to the brain. Some blind people have other strong senses. They have great sense of touch and hearing. They study and attain high education by using a method of Braille, which is a method of touching and writing. So now let's see the next topic, that is use of Braille. It was invented by Louis Braille in 1820, who himself was blind. In this method, text is written on a thick paper using special symbols representing the letters of the alphabet. The whole Braille code consists of symbols for each letter of the alphabet, group of letters, suffixes, prefixes, and short form of words. These symbols are used to save space and to increase speed of reading. Group of dots are employed to write letters. Codes for mathematics and music are different. Any language can be read through the code of the Braille. Braille is based on code of 1 to 6 dots which are raised. Each dot has a position. These dots make up letters of alphabet. numbers and all other things done in print. So now let's see the another topic, that is Braille and computer technology. A new Braille computer software was developed in 1980s. Some other technical aids are also invented like voice recognition software, optical scan and special computer keyboards. All these can translate document to and from Braille speech technology, can convert ordinary text into speech. All this has helped the visually impaired to march forward along with other normal people towards a brilliant future. So now let's see role of nutrition in blindness. The deficiency of some nutrients in our daily diet causes blindness. Vitamin A is very important for our vision. It can be easily obtained from carrot, cheese, milk, tomatoes, cod liver's oil and all yellow fruits like papaya, guava, etc. An amazing fact is that deficiency of vitamin A can cause night blindness. Except night blindness, deficiency of vitamin A also causes disease of skin, hair and immune system. Deficiency of vitamin A is a major cause of blindness in developing nation. Prolonged deficiency of vitamin A leads to a condition called xerophthalmic. So now that's all for this chapter. Now let's wrapping it up. Let's see some points. Light is an invisible energy. It always traveled in a straight line. When light strikes the surface, it is bounced back by the surface in the same medium, and this phenomenon is called reflection of light. The image formed by a plane mirror far behind as the object is in front of the mirror. The image formed by the plane mirror cannot be taken on a screen, that is virtual image. The band of 7 colors formed after dispersion is called a spectrum. Blindness of the eye is caused due to the incapability of retina to send the vision pulses to the brain. Braille is the method of touching and writing. Temporary blindness is curable while permanent blindness cannot be cured. So now let's see some keywords. Here you can see that the first is angle of incidence. Angle formed by incident ray with the normal at the point of incidence. Next is angle of reflection. Angle formed by the reflecting ray with the normal at the point of incidence. Next is dispersion. The splitting up of the white light into 7 colors when a beam of light passes through the prism. Next is lateral inversion, the phenomenon by which the right hand side appears to the left hand side of the image formed by a plane mirror. Next is reflection. When light strikes surface, it is bounced back in the same medium. This phenomenon is called reflection. Next is spectrum, band of 7 color, that is vigor. So that's all for this chapter, students. So now I will meet you in the next lecture with a new chapter. Till then, revise this chapter and keep learning. Thank you.